Are you a cheater? What's up?
What's up?
Oh, she put you right on blast.
Am I a cheater? No, I'm not. I don't cheat.
That's dope.
No? Ever?
No, because if I'm like in a like serious situation, which that's like few and far between, then it's like if I'm gonna get serious, then I'm not gonna like cheat. Otherwise, I'll just stay. You know, we get to be friends. Yeah, like single-ish.
So, are you saying that you've never cheated ever?
No.
So, when did you cheat and why?
I said, wait. No, I haven't.
Wow.
Wow, I look like a cheater.
No, it's commendable. Like
You do.
I think, in my opinion, that everyone
What's a cheater look like?
At least once or does something outside of the relationship. At least once that's dope.
I feel like even like emotional cheating, people do that a lot.
I think emotional cheating is also cheating. What's the
we need a breakdown of this emotional cheating.
Yeah.
And what a cheater looks
people
like.
Always right. We're gonna come back to what a cheater looks like. But the people always say that like pretty much cheating is anything that your partner wouldn't be happy with, or like something that's outside of your like betraying their trust, or like something that you agreed on.
If they were there,
so
would
anything
be okay.
anything that they wouldn't be happy with,
right.
People classify as cheating.
That's true.
So, for me, I would say like, because I'm mostly in like situationships, I have not cheated.
All right.
In those situationships, have I done things that they probably wouldn't like? Yeah, but if I'm gonna be with you, that's it. But I'm not cheating on you though. That's stupid.
I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
If I'm with you, I'm with you.
Yeah, like,
and that's that. Like,
right.
And if you feel you need to cheat, then we shouldn't be together. Bottom line. That's just how I feel. No judging on anyone who does, but for me personally, like, if I'm committed to you, like, that's it. It's a commitment. Like, I'm putting myself to you. But if you feel you need to cheat, then we need to have a conversation. Like, because clearly there's something I'm not fulfilling.
But see, I don't feel like people go into it saying, I'm going to cheat on her even though I'm with
of course
her.
Not.
I think morally everybody thinks that, yes, if I'm with you, I'm with you. That's the morally correct thing to do or be like, but stuff happens, you know?
I don't think everybody goes into it. I think you know yourself. Like, people like the idea of a relationship, but you still know that you're not ready, but you still like the idea, like, oh, let me be with this person, oh, like, they've been around, let me, you know, but you still know.
What's a stuff happens situation for you? Like, have you ever had you just fell into it or whatever?
Fell right into it.
Yeah,
but I know, honestly, so being truthfully, I only been in like 2 real relationships, and like I don't even think those really count because they were like high school, and like one of them was like not even, it was like a month long. But the reason, so I'll say, and then the question, are you a cheater? Have I cheated? I did cheat in one, and have I been cheated on? I was cheated on the other. So the first one, the month long one, she cheated on me because first off, she used to always accuse me of going to cheat on her with my best friend, which was a girl. And I know it's a different situation. I know people feel like boys can't have girl best friends, but I didn't cheat on her with my best friend. Now, she cheated on me with her best friend. Ooh. That was a guy.
Oh, the shade.
So it's like...
Oh, she was like projecting.
Yeah, she's projecting.
Yeah.
She was trying to get hers before you got her.
But that one was that one.
That only a month though. I don't know.
That was yeah. So then the other one, this is a long little story if y'all want to hear, but so alright, condense version. So I dated this girl in 8th grade. Doesn't count because it was middle school. Listen to the and then at the end of senior year of high school, I don't know why, going into college, we got back together, and then we dated all of freshman year, and then my first semester sophomore year. And then that second semester we broke up. Now the whole time, I mean, we was at different schools, everything. I was in Pennsylvania, she was in Maryland. And I mean, the whole freshman year, I didn't cheat at all, nothing. And then it just started getting rocky at the end, like, stuff just started going wrong, you know, just relationship stuff. And then towards the end, like, we just stopped talking as much and stuff like that. And then, eventually I knew, all right, it's coming. We're gonna break up anyway, so then that's when I did cheat.
The justifiable cheat.
So that's the justifiable cheat, because I mean I feel like, all right, we about to break up. I know it's coming.
But why didn't you just break up?
Right, just break up.
That makes sense. Like, just break up.
Right, I would rather you just break up with me.
Well, what's the difference? Cheat. If you know it's coming, it's over anyway.
So just break up some integrity.
But it's not right. But it's not cheating.
But it's
y'all
like,
know when it's about to be over. It's not really cheating.
Right? Because even when you break up, you know you're still messing with somebody. Still, it's like no breakup. I don't think. Overlap. It's like so it's like that was justifiable for me. I knew it was coming, so I could do it, and I didn't feel as bad. And I mean, I know they say women find out everything. I don't know if she knows or not, but she'll know now.
She knows now. She knows.
Yeah.
I think that if I tell you that something's bothering me in a relationship and you continue to do it, or if I'm telling you that I need you to do X, Y, and Z and you're not doing it,
right,
then I justify that as me maybe emotional cheating.
That's true.
Because I'm craving something from you that you're not giving. But if I express that to you multiple times and you're just not listening,
you're gonna get it from somewhere.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to somebody else. Somebody else is gonna give me that attention, because that's what ultimately it comes down to. Like for me, it's like attention. You're not giving me attention, and I'm telling you, and you're not listening, then I might stray away and get attention elsewhere.
That's the same thing. Then why not break up?
Why not break up? I still love you and all that good stuff. I still want to be with you.
Yeah,
but you're
that's
not
probably
listening.
what it is.
I've got to chime in here because I'm not sure I follow this emotional cheating. Now, see, I'm coming from a whole different perspective. We're polyamorous, and we're in a power exchange relationship.
Okay.
So what that means for me is, if she wants another partner, okay.
Oh,
Now, that's the polyamorous side. The power exchange side is I have to prove it because we're in a control type dynamic. But so if she wants another partner, go for it. I have to prove it, not because I want to say who she can and can't be with. I want to make sure that guy's good for my girl.
Yeah. Are you allowed to have another partner in your relationship? Okay. So have you guys ever done that? Have you both seek that before?
When we first started, I was monogamous and he was polyamorous. And then somehow they didn't fall off, but they parted ways. And then there was a less serious dynamic relationship, and then that's when I got into polyamory. I guess you could say.
So for me,
it wasn't. I don't think it was cheating at all, because it was always talked about.
Yeah.
Always parameters. There were lines. There were and it
and
wasn't
what happens
that.
if you go outside the lines?
Well, going outside, that's just not what happens, because you just redraw them, because that's what you do when you talk,
Yeah.
But
going outside of the lines would be identified as cheating.
Not in my book.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it would just be.
That's where the power exchange part comes in. We talk about it. Why'd you do it?
Punishment.
And then if it was something I wasn't. Well, that's the power exchange part.
Yeah.
So if she goes outside the lines, she's punished. And then we talk about why did she go outside the lines.
It's not something that is
and
good, though.
Maybe re-identify the lines if we have to. That's where I'm losing the emotional.
Like cheating. It's just that's kind of it is, but you guys kind of put a
spin on it,
thing on it first.
Well, this bleeds into the emotional cheating part.
Yeah.
So the whole reason I'm polyamorous is, I think I heard Jasmine. I think I heard Jasmine say that, well, if you have expectations and someone can't meet it, you're going to find it elsewhere. Well, if I'm expecting that, then it's not emotional cheating. For me to think that I can meet every need she has for the rest of her life, come on. I'm either being selfish or I'm neglecting myself.
Yes.
One person cannot meet someone else's need all the time, constantly. Then they won't be able to work. God help them. Sorry, honey. But if she can't meet all my needs all day long, she'll never be able to have a job. She'll never be able to, I can't expect that of her. I don't think it's fair to expect that of her. So if I run into someone else that can build that emotional connection with me and can work their way up, like I said, these other dynamics, and earn the right to meet that need, okay. Doesn't mean I love her any less.
So do you when you say for example with her, do you approve the person for her, but
Go for it. You're not gonna hurt me.
No, she's.
I know where you're going.
Okay.
No, I do not get a veto vote.
No, not that.
So like I don't get to approve of whoever he dates or has a relationship.
Oh, you can have a relationship with anyone without your approval.
I wasn't even gonna ask that.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
No.
That's what I thought you were going.
Wherever you were going with this, that's what we all were.
Right, I know, right? I was going more so like, is the person like, not saying like you both are like into the person, but is it like somebody that you also
Is it a triad?
Or men or more.
Yeah.
Alright.
Is it someone we share?
We've worked
I wasn't even saying that you share the person in that way. I was saying, but is it like, is it shared and not in like a sexual way, but
I
just
tell
like,
her
would you
everything.
guys like all have dinner type of thing? I'm talking like purely like.
Yes.
Okay. So,
I've had
so it'd be
people
somebody that you would enjoy.
before her.
Okay.
I've had people over, both of my partners, and I hate saying this way because I always get accused of being misandry and misogynist, but they wanted to do this.
Okay.
I had one person over who wanted to cook dinner.
Right.
And while they're cooking dinner, I'm doing work or handling some issue. And the other partner comes over and starts complaining about how horrible I am at vacuuming. Apparently, I couldn't do it right at the time. I was, whatever. So they're both over, we're hanging out, they're cleaning, cooking. We sat down, had dinner together, watched the movie, you know, hung out all in the same shop.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was more so like how the dynamic worked, just like platonically, not. Like,
I don't hide anything from her,
Yeah.
and I tell her anything she wants to know, and sometimes probably more than she does. But the way our relationship works is 100% open communication.
Yeah.
That's good.
So while she may not get a veto say over my dynamics,
Right.
her opinion matters.
If I don't like them, I don't have to talk to them either.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
But
gonna
if
say,
she
like,
doesn't
If I don't like
Like,
them,
how
like
much do
don't
you
bring them
interact?
around.
Okay,
You know?
yeah.
If I like them, then we do cool things like that.
Okay.
But if she doesn't like them, I want to know why.
Right.
What is she picking up on that I'm
That you're not.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah, that's
so
partnership.
good.
That's true partnership. We were poly at one point, so we're just identifying with a lot of the things that you're both saying.
Poly is not easy.
It's not easy at all, and we're monogamous now, but it was interesting when we were poly. I was married, so I met her when I was married. I'm a burlesque dancer, so she was at one of my shows, and it was just immediate passion, attraction. We just couldn't stop talking to each other. And I was always monogamous beforehand. She had always been more monogamous. And I just didn't want to leave my husband. So we decided to be poly. And that's how our relationship started. And then we decided later to be monogamous, but that was because one partner, my husband, he just decided that he didn't want to be in the poly relationship anymore. So we decided to be monogamous after that. But people always think that poly means that we all have sex and we all share each other, but we don't. Like, she would never want to have sex with my ex-husband ever, and I would never want them to share each other.
Right.
So would you say that you reached out for your emotional, what we are qualifying as emotional cheating? I mean, would you say that's what sparked the relationship?
It was, at that time, it was emotional and physical. It was very much of both. I had been on like a hiatus from sex. After I had my son, I just didn't want to have sex anymore. I don't know really what it was, but a switch turned off that used to always be on. And I just didn't enjoy sex. It wasn't something that I wanted to do. And I just didn't have a desire for it. So dancing became my sex. So when I would dance for people and take off my clothes, burlesque dancers, we take off clothes. So when I would dance, that would be like an orgasmic experience for me. And I didn't need sex from anyone. That would be my sex in that moment. But then when we met and we started, it changed for me. So I still wanted to hold on to my relationship with my husband because we had been together longer. So we had more of a long-term friendship of knowing each other, and we have a family together, we had children together, but it's comfortable, yeah, but sexually I was
So then do you feel like you cheated or have you
no,
cheated,
because I was
guess?
very honest. I was very, like, the minute that I knew I liked her, we didn't have sex at first, we were just talking on the phone, and the minute I knew that I liked Brittany, I just told my husband Like, it's this woman, and I can't get my mind off her. And I don't want to leave you. It's not that I want to leave you. I want to stay in this. But I think I want my cake and to eat it too. And would that be okay with you? And he had to fully consent. And I told her that. And she was also like, if your husband doesn't know about us, I don't want to do this. So we all had the consent within it. But I think that the struggle of poly relationships is that sometimes you can give one person more attention than the other. And also, I was the controlling one, telling them both that they couldn't be in relationships with other people. So that's the other issue, is that I was giving more attention to her than him. And then on top of that, I told them both they couldn't seek anyone else. So it just...
Do you feel like that was fair, though?
It wasn't fair, but I didn't really care. Yeah, I know it wasn't fair, but everybody consented to it. So
if they do it,
if everybody's consenting, why can't we?
Well, I was gonna chime in on that. Like for me, in that, so the question was, so I've cheated, and I've been in a relationship with while I was in college. One of my longest lasting relationships was with a gentleman, and I was also beginning to attract one of my closest friends. Well, she was attracted to me. And so cheating on both of them, and it made me feel, I felt so bad for me. I just felt really bad on the inside. And now that we're all friends, it's funny, she says, well, I always thought you were just poly. And I never really took that into consideration, but then 10 years later, to find myself in a poly configuration, it's like, oh yeah, I get it. Because the concept that you made is, I don't know if one person can meet everyone's need. Just to be honest, I don't know if
for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life.
I don't think you can. Yeah, it's very high expectation.
It's a very high expectation.
I'm getting married. I know that she's gonna be around the rest of my life.
Yes.
I know going into it that at some point she's going to come to me and I'm not going to be able to satisfy her.
Exactly.
I'm already okay with it.
And how do you do that with integrity?
It's trust.
Like to be open to say, I'm lacking in this area and this person fulfills this, but you fulfill this need. I mean, it just takes a level of honesty, a level of maturity.
How do you not get jealous? Because that's why I needed to have the control. Okay, all right.
See, this is my biggest issue with polyamory conversations, cheating conversations. Everyone gets jealous.
Yeah.
Everyone gets angry. Everyone gets happy. Everyone gets sad. Why are you getting angry? Why are you getting sad? Okay, we figure out why. Why are you getting jealous? It's not a problem. It's a sign. What is making you jealous in that situation? She's not making me jealous. If I'm getting jealous because someone's doing something with her, then I'm lacking something, or is it something I want to try that I don't get to try, or I'm jealous of a hypothetical connection with someone else. It's something that it's telling me, hey, there's a desire or something I want, and I need to explore it. Her having someone else isn't going to be, jealousy isn't the end result, it's the method to figuring out what needs to be worked on.
That makes sense.
And it says you made the commitment to be committed to her. Like, I hear you saying marriage to her, so she's your partner. And then, I mean, you can explain a little bit more of what I heard from poly configurations, is that, from my understanding, is that there's a partner, you guys are a lifetime partner, and then you guys just open yourselves up to having other people meeting that need that.
We're in a power exchange dynamic first, and then we are polyamorous from there.
Right.
So she belongs to me, period. She's mine. No one else can have it.
Okay. There you go.
Maybe I'll share
there
her.
There you go.
Okay, now I'm opening up from there.
Yeah.
But no matter what, you have to keep in mind that.
Right.
See, I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm jealous and I just can't let nobody else.
You seem so tense this whole time. Right.
I'm just trying to no.
So I've been watching him
he's they're a little too open.
But why are you jealous?
Swingers club or something like that? You never been to a swingers club? Y'all ever been to a swingers club?
Well,
anybody? No?
I'm very open, but I'm a control freak, so I have my way. So when you were saying about emotional, if I'm not getting it from you, I'm done with you. I was having this conversation off topic with some other people. Like, I'm very much like a dude. I tell my dad all the time. I was like, I think something happened with jeans. I really sometimes think I was not supposed to be a girl. Because I can very much unattach myself from situations. And I'm very true Pisces in the fact that when I'm done with you, like, I'm done. Like, my emotions, like, if you do something to wrong me or do something that I don't like, I have no problem shutting the door, forgetting that we had any kind of relationship, sexual, whatever. Who are you?
Well, I get
and it's
you.
happened. I've been out. My girlfriend, I'm like, who's that? She's like, you had sex with them. I was like, oh. Hey, how you feeling? Like, I don't. It
That's a good trait.
Or I don't think. I detach myself from situations, and I just, like I said, I'm done. Like,
But see,
so.
I'm removing the they can do something wrong from the equation.
Right.
I'm the same way. So the answer to the question, was I cheated on? Yes. I was cheated on. I was a caregiver for an ex for years. Once she got healthy, she ran and cheated on me.
Oh, wow. That's the worst. People that do that.
And I was hurt. But I was more hurt that she didn't tell me what she was going to do than I was that she did it.
Yeah,
You know, she, like you said, she crossed that line.
It's that betrayal of, like, trust. That's the part. It's not even like the act. Sometimes it's just like, wow, like, you... Yes.
It's a willful defiance that did it for me.
No, really.
Maybe she didn't tell you because I know you saying, like, I mean, I can't speak on how you actually feel because it's you, but like how you say, like, you're okay with it as long as they tell you. But like, what if she felt like it would have hurt you mentally, you know?
Oh, I guarantee you she probably felt that way. I know I'm abnormal.
Now, did you catch her in the act?
Anyone though? I was gonna say, I
That's
would
my
be
question.
angry as fuck if I was taking care of somebody
right.
Yeah.
Bitch, what?
That's not okay.
Yeah.
I just mean like in general, like not even like in that situation, just like in the whole poly thing anyway. Like, what if somebody just like feels like emotionally, like if I do tell him, I know he says he doesn't care, but like it might.
That's why it only works if you talk.
That's an issue. Yeah.
That's why
Most people don't communicate, period.
Yeah.
People in hindsight say like, oh, you should have told me, but most people only reveal things if they're forced to.
Right.
Bottom line, like they're only gonna like, yo, tell me what's going on.
So to speak to that, I have a situation where the situation with the two people I was in a relationship, they didn't know. Well, the female knew that I was in a relationship with the male. She began to get jealous of the tightness of our relationship. And so she decided to send a text message one night, asked me to come over. I had a date planned with the gentleman, and basically it was just like, I'm sick, or I need you to come over, and filling the pool to come closer to her. So I made up an excuse with him saying I couldn't be there, and then basically she sent him a text message while we're in the act of making love, like, yo, can I make love with your girl? So I get really apprehensive, and then all of a sudden, you know, I'm apprehensive in the act. Now this is in college, so we haven't. She
kind of told on you.
Yeah, so she told on me. So we haven't.
Told on you.
What happened was I hadn't gone all the way fully in the act. We just been messing around, and so she really wanted me to go there, and so she felt that because I had not asked him, and I guess she was waiting on me to ask him. But anyway, she sent him the text and was just like, "Yo, is it okay if I could, you know, sleep with your girl?" And he says yes. And so we're in the act, and I almost I can't do this because I feel bad. I'm cheating on such and such. I don't want to cheat on him or whatever. And she was like, well, he said it's okay. That was not okay.
From your phone?
Like from her phone.
Oh, she took his number out of your
close. No. We were besties. And so she had his number, and so she's just like, yo, you know, is it okay? And when I was a little apprehensive about cheating on him. She was like, well, he said it's okay. And I'm like,
moving fast enough for her.
Right. Let's get this going. And I'm like, no, it's not okay. And so it really ripped us because it was just really not okay, to do that in that way. But I felt that, you know, in that you're speaking about jealousy and how everyone can get jealous, I think at some point her needs were not getting met by me. Mm-hmm. And I also think she didn't know how to articulate that because she didn't know how to say that I needed you more, and so she manipulated the situation to say that, which. I mean, I wish she would have said better because maybe we could have had something. We could have had. I mean, if he was okay with it, looked like it, so we could have had something that was a little bit more consensual. Right.
You express it. And not everyone can be poly. Not everyone's style, but as long as you talk, as long as you communicate, and like I said,
you have to talk. That's the whole thing.
But I need to flip this in here because she sounds like she really cool with this, but she go through my phone. She ain't really cool.
No, because now we're monogamous, and now we're monogamous, we need to keep things on wraps. And before me and her were together, I've never have been in a relationship with a woman. I've always been with men. I've always been a free spirit. I've always been open to love from everybody, but I've always been with men, and I've always caught men cheating on me. I've literally, in almost every relationship that I've been on, have like walked into people cheating on me. I'm just like,
the man was poly. They just don't tell you.
Right. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Right. My whole thing was always that, why can't you just, like, if you would have told me, we could have maybe fucked her together. Like, you don't even know what you could have gotten out of this if you would have. He's stressed out.
Let's hear it. And I see women say that. Now y'all say that. Hey, boo, can we fuck her together? What? That's how y'all really feel. Now, after the fact, listen, I can't speak from your situation. Like I said earlier, I can't speak from your situation.
Yeah.
But I can guarantee 9 times out of 10, if I'm asking my girl, yo, can we fuck her together? Off some random? No. That's just not gonna fly.
It depends. Yes, it depends on the woman.
Look at Chad.
But here's the question: Have you been talking about doing stuff like that for months before?
There we go.
Or did you just meet the hot broad at a bar last night?
That's kind of random.
You gotta like introduce it. You
gotta
test the water.
It's gotta be something you'll talk about.
You have a conversation and see like where they're at. Like,
yeah.
Because I've had conversations with people and they won't even like talk about like something simple like, oh, a threesome, and you could tell something regular like that how they answer. Yeah. Like I've had people that's like, no, da 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 da, and I'm like, okay. Next.
Yep, see you
and
later.
then you got in my head. I might not say to them, but then you have people that are like, okay, what's up? Or like these are my parameters. So you gotta feel them out. You can't just be out like, yo, I'm trying to hit that, and then they're like, what? No.
Well, I mean, I don't know. So I say test it out. I had this dude random at a party was just like, you know what? You look like the type of girl I can be like, yes, let's fuck her together. I mean, it just depends. Like, I mean, try it out. And I was like, yo, you see me. You feel my heart.
Cheating, because I feel like, too, that also opens up the parameters for cheating.
Yeah. But
in my experience, it has. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you do a threesome, and then, it's inevitable, usually, that those people are going to connect on a different level than to other people.
Mm-hmm. So would you have a threesome, or have you had a threesome with somebody like you're in a relationship with? Or is that like...
No, I'm never in a relationship, no.
You're never in a relationship?
No, I would never do a threesome with someone in a relationship for that reason.
So you would be the third in somebody else's relationship?
No. It's always been a single.
3 singles? 3 singles?
Yeah.
Oh, that's different.
That's cool.
I've been in a relationship.
I told you I'm not normal. The commitment thing, I was like, no, if you're going to do something, that it has to be no strings attached. I mean, walk away.
I think I agree with you. I think for us, I'm glad that we're monogamous.
She's glad that we're monogamous now.
Yeah, and I would think that I said we were a poly, like where I'm open to it. If it's like vacationing, and then there's and we don't have an attachment.
Everybody says vacation.
I don't mind.
It's an escape. Yeah. And then there's no attachment. Like you may be in a whole other side of the world than I am, and so I feel comfortable in that.
I just feel like why can't our trust? Why can't our trust just be? Why can't we trust each other to the point where we know we're not going to go anywhere, but we can both kind of communicate dibble outside of the relationship. As long as it's communicatively and we both communicate and we're both able to do it.
I don't trust myself.
I would go with her to a swingers club.
Wait, y'all said but you said doing your own thing but then coming back?
No, it would need to be like together. Like I always tell her, if she was to want another woman, I would need to be there. Even if I don't have sex with the woman, I need to watch. Yeah, because that's my woman. She's mine.
She has trust issues. Though.
Right, she just trust issues.
Sorry, didn't mean like
I have issues, so I wouldn't need to. Even if I'm not having sex with the other woman, which I don't have a need to, I just need to be there because
she's not doing too much.
Have you?
She's mine.
She's like, oh, she kissing her how she kissed me. Okay.
I have. Okay, so I've always been cheated on. I have been the person. I've been the mistress. Which I never want to be again. I never want to be again. I only did it once and I never wanted to be it again. And then I wouldn't call it cheating, but it's kind of cheating.
Listen, betrayal of trust.
Every single one I've caught. Yeah, and even the person that I was like kind of like a mistress in a sense, I even told him like it wasn't meant for me to be the mistress. It was kind of like, why didn't you tell her? Like I kept asking him like, you haven't told her yet? Like, every time he would call me, I'm like, you still didn't tell your girl? Like, I couldn't understand why he didn't talk to her about it. Because he made it like it was going to be safe for us to... I never want to cheat on purpose or be somebody's mistress on purpose.
Right.
No, I get that.
I just don't feel right about it.
Like I said, that's happened. That's happened.
Yeah, and it's like, you didn't tell your girl?
After. No, well, not even that. It was just like, you find out after, like, damn. Like, I wouldn't do it intentionally. Like I wouldn't be like
not intentionally. But then when you find out later,
it's happened when I found out later, and I was like, wow.
So then you're talking accidental cheating.
Accidental cheating.
Not me. No, they cheated. I was the extra.
We're talking.
Yeah, I'm saying
accidental cheating.
But I wouldn't do it. Like I wouldn't do it with somebody like I know for a fact.
No.
They're in it, and it's like no.
Have you ever been caught?
What? I don't cheat. I told you.
Or have you ever? Look, since she tried to cheat.
I don't cheat though, huh?
Have you ever caught someone cheating, like on you?
Nah, I don't because again I have a situationship, so it's different.
How about you?
She cheats all the time.
Oh,
damn! He got to the right one.
She
cheats all the time.
Right? It wouldn't be on me.
No, I don't cheat. I do emotional things here and there. I dabble in emotional cheating, but I've never done any like type of physical cheating. But I've done emotional cheating in a couple of relationships.
Have you cheated on?
Not to my knowledge. No.
So what's this emotional cheating that you speak of that you did?
So it's kind of like if I tell you that I want you to do certain things. Like it can be anything. Like you didn't clean the house, and I asked you to clean the house every day for 6 months, and you don't clean the house. I feel like
find somebody that can clean the house.
Period.
Right? Like I'm gonna clean the house and not complain about it. Or if I ask you to do something, you're not gonna be like, oh, like I don't feel like doing this. When I'm the one who's like very submissive, and I'm like, if you say something's bothering you, you say you want something done, I'm gonna do it regardless. You know, so that's just the type of energy that I'm putting out. And if you're not doing the same, then I'm gonna cheat. I'm a cheat, and I might break up with you, but I don't know how to break up with people, so
you pull back.
Right, so I'm gonna pull back a little bit, and then I'll let you break up with me. But
all right, since you're the only single one up here with me, how about you?
What?
Have you ever caught someone cheating on you or been caught?
Have I ever caught somebody cheating on me?
He avoided the second question.
I've never been caught.
Oh wait.
If you've ever been caught, or if you caught someone physically.
No, like I said, I've only been in the 2 relationships, and like I said, I mean,
he doesn't.
You caught me now. You caught me now. Right. When you're watching this, but yeah.
You caught me now.
Right. You cheated on me in 8th grade. Now I know.
Married with like 7 kids.
But it was so funny that y'all say that. So, like I said, we went together. We dated in 8th grade and got back together in like 12. So in like 10th grade, 11th grade, like she had like we was done. Like I was like, we going to different schools. Like I don't trust you. Like I'm going to an all-boys school. I know I'm not going to cheat on you. You going to a public school. I know what you going to do. So that's when we broke up. You know, she had a couple different boyfriends in high school, but while she was with these other boyfriends, a couple of times she cheated with me again. Like we went
but you
back.
knowingly cheat? Like you knowingly let her cheat when she was in relationships? Like
is that a pass?
Right.
Like when you give somebody a pass?
It was in high school. That's what I'm saying. It really don't count. It's just my experiences. It is just
so
the experience.
College.
College was not anything I did last week doesn't count, but college.
There we go.
Get that from me.
You like that
energy? Yes.
So do y'all believe the phrase "if they would cheat with you"?
They will cheat on you. Oh, absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a character trait. That's like anything. That's like practice. Anything you do in practice, you're gonna do in the game. So that, yeah.
It depends on the type of relationship. I think.
Right.
Because some people cheat because they're in a relationship that's making them feel bound, like they can't do things outside of the relationship. Okay. But if you're in a relationship where you feel free, then it's not cheating. So then we can talk about it. Then I can just say, hey, I think I want to go suck his. And then we can just have a conversation about it, and then that's not cheating. You know what I mean? But it depends, because some people are more free than others. Right. Some people are more free than others.
Most monogamous, really, like true, like not open-minded monogamous relationships.
That don't exist.
That don't exist. Not a monogamous. But somebody that's in a monogamous that really doesn't know that they're poly. Like for instance, I was in a monogamous relationship, like straight monogamous, where all the time I would think about other people, and I would be like, well, why am I thinking about other people? But it's because I have a poly aspect to me, and I found that out later down the line.
Come on, poly aspect.
Sometimes someone can be in a relationship with someone and not know that that's okay, so they're cheating in that relationship, but they don't realize you could be in a relationship with someone and that cheating not be cheating.
Okay.
And it could be perfully okay.
So you're in a monogamous relationship.
I'm monogamous
with a poly aspect.
Well, no, back up to your husband relationship, and you were thinking about other people.
I was
in that emotional cheating?
Right.
Yeah.
That's emotional.
That's emotional cheating.
Or is that just the fetish that gets her off?
Or is that just human?
I think that's like come on, humans. To like think like, oh, they look good.
You wanted something, you club them over the head and went off.
Humans, I think by nature are not wired.
Or else porn would be cheating too. Come on. No. Like if thinking about someone else is cheating, then everybody watching porn.
Everybody cheats. I think
so then is marriage overrated then?
Oh yeah.
Listen, and somebody who's gonna be getting married. Really, the only reason we are getting married is for insurance. I'm so excited.
Come on, talk about insurance.
I was gonna say my version of that was gonna be as someone who's getting married. Yes, marriage is overrated. It is for the insurance, but hey, who doesn't like a good ceremony? Who doesn't like a good party?
It's fun.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. I think in context, marriage has a meaning.
I like to point out to people. I like to point out to people when I'm talking about polyamory or marriage is think about the societal need for monogamous relationships.
What's the need?
How many microwaves are you going to buy if you only two people can live together?
You're talking about capitalism though. That's
industrial age.
But that's not societal. Now we're going somewhere else.
No, bring it to someone else.
My process is I could end a lot of relationships. There's a lot of people who I should be married. I can't tell you how many married men hit on me on a regular basis.
Period.
Yes. And I was going to say
it's
which is why people shouldn't be. It's a business. It's the benefits of it, but
it's a business.
People don't even know themselves. They don't even know how to be in a regular relationship. And they go and get married and they do all the dumb things. And I think it's overrated. It's something that people tell us we're supposed to do. They feel like that's the next step. Like, okay, we meet. We have fun. Then it's like, all right, what's next? Oh, we're in a relationship. Oh, what's next? Kids, marriage. Like, that's what we're supposed to do.
It's ingrained. I have this conversation with my mom.
It's completely ingrained.
But it hardly works out. So
my mom will be like, one day she'll get married. I'm going to hold my breath. And my now come back is, am I not a whole person, Mom? Is that what you're saying? I'm not a person if I don't get married?
It changes when you get married.
Right.
I think marriage.
If you're committed to somebody, you're committed to them. Whether you got a ring, a tattoo, a necklace, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Like, it's a business. the benefits of
marriage is
we had our commitment ceremony a year or two ago. In my brain, I'm already committed. I'm already married.
Yeah,
that paperwork is for the government.
Right.
Well, I think marriage has definitely a certain meaning when this is in context of family. And so since we have a son, I think in context of that, I think marriage and meaning has so much importance to him and to me as a family model of what that looks like. Now, I think family has a larger meaning if we look at polyamorous relationships and what it in context of children, raising children. I think biblically, if we were to teach the text correctly, that we see poly configurations all in scripture and in religion and in ways in which when one person wasn't able to meet a need, thinking about Abraham and Sarah says, well, I ain't about to have this baby, so you can have this midwife, and this midwife can have this baby for you.
Some people think that's cheating. That's not cheating.
And she was saying, I give you consent to have this child. I think at the end of the day, I think, how do we see family, marriage in context of meeting needs for one another in a way that's integral, but yet keep the dynamic open. Like I think for children's sake, I think it's good to have a household. I think it's good to see their mother, their father, they're in the context of a household.
But you don't think that they can have a good household without, because essentially it's just a ring. Like what if you have a kid after y'all got married? So they weren't part of the ceremony, they weren't part of the engagement, the bridal, nothing. So they just coming into the household, whether it be, two women, whatever. What is the difference? If it's a good household and if it's it's love, it's built on love, strong foundation, and what does the marriage part do differently?
Yeah, for me it's about a covenant.
I mean, taking religion out of it.
Out of religion, out of it, throwing it out. To me, it's just about a covenant and a union and a promise. A commitment to one another.
I think also
there's more so commitment ceremonies than marriage, because I do think marriage has a different ownership, property type concept to it, but maybe a commitment. Because I see, hopefully in our union, more so I'm making a commitment to love you. I'm making a commitment to meet your needs. I'm making a commitment to be open to whatever you need, and just saying I'm gonna be by your side throughout that. I think it's just a commitment. That's all.
I think marriage also brings
But you've been married, so you have to.
But marriage brings more thought into the fact that it just makes you, once you're married, when you feel like you want to get out of it, it makes you rethink getting out of it, because there's so much work. There's so much work to get out of it. It's a lot of money, it's a lot of paperwork, and it's a lot of time to get out of it. So you might be like, you know what, maybe we should revisit this and try to just fix it. Instead of, I think it's also a certain binding of that contract. It's like a contract when you buy a home or anything. It's a contract. That's really what marriage is. It's a contract.
Clearly, I'm not interested, but I'm just saying I get it. But I don't. I just think it's mental. I just think it's like I could commit to somebody today, and if I know that I'm a person of my word, then that's it. It doesn't matter if I have anything that shows it.
I agree.
If I say it up here and I say it out here.